Controller tier
Oh,
list.
controllers.
Yeah, professional controllers. We don't use any of these.
Never used one. F list, all of them.
You never used a PlayStation controller?
I don't
I'm
use
not even.
consoles. Ooh, this I like this one actually. Can we do this one, please?
What's
Chris
this one?
probably has some stuff. This is like controllers in general. I like this one.
Yes. GameCube controllers first.
S tier.
What
Yeah, I
about it
can
makes
agree
it
with
S
that.
tier?
It is
Yeah, of course you
Best
guys. Of course,
controller.
Geo.
It feels good in the hands. It's still used to this day because that's how beloved it is.
Nah.
It had that
No,
backwards
actually-
compatibility.
Actually, I
doesn't.
put these in A tier.
Backwards compatibility, bro.
It's the
I
fir-
can't-
it's-
We need a different word for that.
I can't put in S tier
It is the backwards.
S
It's not
tier.
about you.
because when people are using it, it is a loud controller. It does make like noise when people are like, you know.
No, it's only loud because people are playing melee. It's not
I
loud.
even-
It's not loud
And-
just because of that.
And what do most people use that for?
GameCube games?
Nah, they was playing melee.
They were not playing melee.
Say what you want to say.
No one was playing melee at the library, John.
Doesn't matter. They were still playing Smash, still loud.
Where
I
y'all
would
putting the
say-
GameCube controller at?
So I
S.
say
Hey,
I would
S.
say
S.
it's an F because why the fuck does it have a Z button?
What?
why does
That
it
is
have a
all.
Z button? That is a
Bro,
little weird.
you can't comprehend the alphabet?
All the alphabets are not on that controller. You got a Z
You
up there.
You
You
don't
got
like
an
Z?
A up there. You got a B. Get it out of here.
That's not a
Oh
legit
my-
reason.
That's
S.
not.
Oh, it's a legit
That is
reason.
not.
All right, put it in
I would
Z
only
tier,
put
then,
this in
fuck.
S because it's still used to this day. Like
Where
people
is
still
J?
use this shit. J's
Nah.
gone.
Wow, simp.
All right, we got the Joy-Cons.
The switcheroo Joy
that
Cons.
shit is probably an E or a F. I don't
I
give
give
it.
it
it all
I give
for
it an F. Just
What's the difference
uncomfortable.
between this? Is it just while it's like this?
Yeah, it's a
There's one
completely
next to
different
it.
controller.
Yeah.
We'll put in like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, I
Like-
have both of them, but
The Joy-Cons
those-
alone.
I use those
They
shits for
both
like
have. They're the same.
it sound like the C right now. Y'all niggas is all talking over each other, falling. What?
Because John wants to get his
F.
words on why he doesn't like it for his big old hands.
You give it a F, Trayvon? You have a Switch?
Yeah. Well, no, my friend has a Switch, and I played Steven Switch all the time. And I would say F. The Switch is an actual F too.
Okay, that's a little wild.
That's kind
We're
of.
gonna
Yeah.
go back.
Yeah,
Should
you're
be at
right.
a F
You're
is-
right. I
Your turn,
apologize.
because you're streaming. Tell us what you think.
These Joy-Cons is probably like a C, maybe. They're not the best, but I also have big hands. I don't ever use it like this though.
I think it's a D tier. Just the Joy-Cons by themselves,
They're
personally.
tiny.
I don't think they're that nice.
Can we
Yeah,
throw
like-
Cheetos in this?
I used them for like
Unless-
2 days.
Not your
Legit
Cheetos,
bought a
but-
controller like the third day of use after using them.
So you
I
give it a
think
lower
the
rating.
Joy-Cons alone are great.
I was like,
I like the
this is not
separation in them being like not tied together.
I was like, if
I
I
think
wanted to
they're
use
very
something like this,
And I
I
think
just play the
they
Wii.
fit like perfectly in your hands. Well, depends on the size of the hand. You guys said you have big hands, which these are really small controllers. I would put it in A because they come.
Hey, damn.
That's wild.
I gave an actual reason other than like I only used them for 2 days. I bought a new controller. Like that's not real. But I think
Clearly, they didn't feel comfortable. Clearly, they just didn't feel as nice as holding a controller and using a controller.
they are controllers though.
Okay, but I'd rather have a physical, actual controller in my hand than
Those are physical. They're not imaginary.
I'd rather have a Pro A.
You
I'd
can't
rather have
grab
a
them
Pro.
right now.
I'd rather have a Pro A controller in my hand rather than those two
Pro A
things.
controllers that
I
were
mean,
made by
these
Nintendo.
controllers do exist, John.
And
They
Nintendo is
exist.
definitely one.
Oh, they don't have the other controller for it.
Yeah, they
on
do.
the
It's
Like-
right
list.
here.
Like if
No,
I
there's
wanted
another one
to,
where you can put them in like a
This one.
different controller. No, there's a different one too.
Oh, there's
the Pro
another one.
controller
Yeah.
is too far back.
like if I
more
wanted to
comfortable.
use, if I wanted to use like that shit, I'd just go back to playing the Wii.
The Wii controller was also God tier.
No,
All right,
it
but
was
we'll
not.
get to that. Where's
it
where's
was
this?
not.
Where's this at?
I would say D tier or C tier.
D
Yeah,
tier,
D
C
tier is
tier,
fine.
D
I think
I'll
tier,
stop trolling and say D as well.
D
He is
tier.
fine.
Geo
Wow.
says A tier. I say C tier, but it
Wow.
sounds like it belongs in D tier. Moving
Very
on.
interesting.
It plugged up. What is this?
That's
Oh,
still
no.
A
D
step
tier.
above.
I think
it's a
yeah,
step
step above.
above.
I think it's a C tier.
Maybe, yeah, maybe a step above.
Bit more
I would
stability.
keep it in A because it's the same shit.
But
I give
nah,
it
it's
an F
different because
'cause
it's like an
Nintendo.
actual controller now, like put together.
Whatever.
What's this?
It's a Nintendo product. Get it out. Oh, what's that? What the hell is that?
What is this?
Oh,
Okay,
is,
I
is
can
that the thing we're
explain
using
what
for the
that is.
submarine?
Oh, is
No,
that
I
one of the
can't
old
really see
school?
it.
I think that's one of the old school PC controllers, right?
That's what they use to power the submarine.
It is the
Yeah,
PC
Logitech.
controller.
Yeah. Oh my god. Okay, it has a lot of nostalgia.
I never have or used this.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, bro.
It's
You
like
okay.
use it?
controller.
It looks
This-
familiar.
Nostalgia wise,
Even
I'd
you
put
that
it in
old?
like a fucking A tier, but realistically, probably like a C tier. I think it's fine.
Chris, that's one of the newer ones.
What? Oh yeah, the
Those
old
still
ones didn't have
reload.
the 2 buttons, right?
They didn't have analog sticks.
Where
Yeah,
y'all
that is
putting
true.
this
No, some of the
Nintendo?
new ones did.
So-
I would say that has like a C tier.
I've
I'd say
never
IDK
actually
for those
used it,
two.
Like
I
I've
put
never
the
like.
That's an S.
Controller's an A.
What?
I'd say
Us.
C.
B S.
What's happening?
I was asking what do y'all rate this, but y'all always talk over each other, so I don't be knowing what y'all be saying.
I didn't know we
Let's
were.
all say it on the count of 3.
Is that the Atari controller?
1, 2, 3.
Super Nintendo controller. that
Super
goes in
Nintendo controller. B.
Wait, what? Wait,
Yeah.
why do you say it's an S?
It's a S. Who
It's
said it's a
beautiful.
S?
It's a functioning controller that does exactly what it's supposed to do, and it,
It's
for its time
you're saying
period,
it's a
the game's
functioning
only used 2
controller,
buttons.
it's a
And it does what it
beautiful
needs to do. Can we say that
retro
about every
controller.
controller?
Nope.
Can't say
You
about
gotta
it.
They
update
all
those
function
controllers.
and they all do what they gotta do.
Put Joy Cons in D,
You gotta update them though.
No, Joy-Cons are ass.
not ass.
I
Where
ain't
are we
using it.
putting this?
S.
B.
That shit can stay in
B.
C right there.
Stay in
No,
C.
no. Trayvon's right. That's an S.
Straight S.
This controller fucking
What?
sucks. It
What?
has no. You
What?
can't. It has nothing for you to grab. It's like just a square. It's a brick. It's basically just. It's
The controller
uncomfortable
was
to
good for
hold.
its time.
You
It's
gotta
good for its
hold it
time
on your
because
knee.
it's the only thing they had. So
It's a
of course
one-handed controller.
you have a pencil or a pen. You gotta pick a fucking pencil first. Ugh, my fucking back.
What? I pick a pen first. What?
Nah, a pencil you can erase. Can't erase with no pen.
You don't fuck up then. Maybe you know how to write.
I ain't smart. My whole life is fuck ups.
Exactly, Bro, speak it.
Gotta
I'm
make sure you
just
can
saying,
erase
you'll
everything.
they was gonna take whatever they got. They could have got any of these controllers back then, and then that would have been the best controller for them because that's all they had. But we have options now.
That is true. I would have gave it if that is true.
So I mean, but like I'm looking at it for like what it is now. This shit looks uncomfortable to hold and like awkward. I'd probably give it like a D or a C. In the
You
way it
just don't
looks,
understand it.
it looks like it's
I
pretty
definitely
simple.
give it
You know, I would say I do agree with C because it's wired. Anything wired shouldn't be above an S or an A.
a- You're a funny fella.
The GameCube controller is
What are you calling fat?
wired.
Well, cause y'all blind as hell. I don't know why the hell you gave that an S.
The GameCube controller. I only
Yeah,
say that because
GameCube
people still use it to this day.
Yeah,
So,
they got a Z on it.
I don't see people using fucking Nintendo 64 controllers or
Nah. You can get a
Wow.
Nintendo 60. Well, not that exact one you got on C, but the newest one you can get like you can get that for the Switch.
Yeah, as long as it's not a goldfish.
we can revise it. Nintendo 64 controller. Where are we putting this? This is a
The
weird
batarang is going to F.
controller.
How the fuck do you
Ish.
hold that thing?
That could literally go to D or C.
Well, if you
Like,
don't
it was
know how
cool
to
for its
hold
time,
that's
but,
a
like,
personal experience.
I don't ever care to use that shit anymore.
What,
Ever.
like the analog sticks in the middle, the D pads in the far left? What's going on here? I got crooked fingers. I still
controller
can't
was
control everything there.
to use.
This is a very awkward controller, and I never realized how awkward it was when I got
I always
older.
thought it was awkward.
I never thought it was because I just adapted because that's just what I had.
And it got a Z on it.
What's wrong with a Z?
Get it out of here.
I'm literally gonna cook you like lobsters, bro.
Please don't.
All these
I'm-
next ones is damn near the
I'm
same
allergic to
shit.
shellfish.
Good.
You think that N64 controller should be higher, Gio?
I think it should be at least C2 because it's a good controller. As confusing as it looks, because you put your hand with the analog stick, Just you.
Nah, that shit don't make no sense.
Oh my-
This shit makes absolutely no sense. Actually, like, nah, this shit is like a DF, bro. I'm sorry.
The only thing that
Cannon's
can make
wired.
make me like okay with the controller is like how good the system was.
For its time, yeah.
Like I just tried to not realize how like the controller is and just enjoy the system.
All right, where are we putting it? I heard Gio said a D. Gio
No,
said
C.
Gio says a C. What do you say, John?
I mean, C is fine with me. I'm not gonna complain.
C's
I
fine
mean,
with you.
because I could really say C or D, but if more
So
people
which
say
one is
C,
it?
we can
C
rock
or
with C.
D?
If Gio said C, I'll say C also.
I say D.
I don't want to be the odd. I don't want to be the oddball to
I don't
just
care
say
about
D.
being the oddball. D.
Where was
Use
the
mayonnaise an
I can,
instrument.
I can agree with D tier.
D tier.
We got
Also,
three
I'd like to
Ds.
put those Logitechs in
Oh,
like
and
C
if that's
tier, by
three
the way.
people at D, you might have to keep it at D.
All right, D tier. You want to put these here?
The Logitechs in C, yeah. I said that earlier, but I probably got drowned out.
Yeah.
You don't keep
know
getting
how it
drowned
be.
out.
I don't know which one this is. I gotta assume this is the first one. The
That is
first
the
PlayStation.
Oh, how did
No,
you get
that's
in my
not the
house?
first one. No, it's not. The first one didn't have analog sticks.
John, they eventually came out with analog sticks for the PS1 controller.
They did.
Yeah, when?
Okay, so what's this one? The one without
That's
it.
it's just a thing. They did do that.
The one without it is S tier.
The one without is an F.
F tier. This shit looks awkward. Why is there
okay.
no analog sticks?
Okay, so listen,
is everything 2D?
you guys listening?
No.
The
not allowed to listen.
PlayStation 1 controller, the PlayStation 1 itself has always been analog, even with the analog stick, not analog stick, directional, even with the analog sticks.
Oh no.
They were and all of the PlayStation games were played directional, sorry, regardless. The analog
Crash Bandicoot.
just did not make a difference, even for Crash Bandicoot.
Crash
And
Bandicoot.
it's
So where y'all putting
either
it?
way.
This
it
looks
good
weird.
where it's at.
I don't like the way I don't like the way it looks.
It definitely looks funny.
And I
shit
imagine
looking
without the
at you funny.
analogs, this shit was dumb. So
I don't like directional control.
It
like,
felt weird. Like when I had a non-analog stick controller and an analog stick controller, it felt really to not have an analog stick. So I eventually dropped it.
I mean, that's just how gaming was, man. Controls, bro.
okay. Well, all right, we'll move on. I'm fine with that. Wait, I need to hear the ratings one last time. I heard a F.
They would just go into the same spot because they did not make a difference.
What do you rate this controller, Gio?
I'd also put it in. I wouldn't put it in F, but I put it in D.
D. John, what would you rate this controller?
No, I put in F only
F.
for the simple fact I would never use this.
I'm about
Yeah,
to
you would
sneeze.
play a PlayStation 1.
But if you said PlayStation 1 has controllers with analog sticks, I just buy the one with analog sticks.
It doesn't make a difference.
Well,
You would
is what
actually
it is.
find it worse once you actually realize that it doesn't have directional analog movement.
Raw dog and Oreos.
It is what it is.
Ryan, I would like to move it. I would actually like to put it in C because I realize that it is a PlayStation controller and it does the good feeling handles.
There's better ones than this,
There's there.
so we'll come back to it. Yes. Where do you
Okay.
put this one? I don't know
I'd
which
also
one this
put that
is.
in.
Oh, it has analog sticks? Oh, that's a B.
Yeah, that's a B. Solid B.
Don't know which one this is. Which one is this one?
That
I don't know,
is
but I think the next one is
zoom in.
PS2. No, wait. Is that PS3? No, I don't know. Is that a wired PS3 one?
I don't know what this is.
No, that's got that. They're
I
both
would s-
PS2. Or
The
maybe
first one's a
one.
PS. I think it's PS1.
Yeah,
First one's
they're
PS1.
all PS1s.
Oh,
So the second one is PS2.
No,
that one
they're
might
both
also be
PS1.
PS1.
PS2 is the
PS2
next
is
one.
Okay, I think they could both go in C.
Both. Okay, so this one and this one C. All right.
I
PS2.
agree, sure. Shit.
I think this is when they introduced the controller vibrating.
Oh,
Mhm.
PS2 might have to
Oh,
be F.
vibrate. S.
Well, it is S, but the analog controller for the PlayStation 1 is also the same.
his S.
Well, all right, let's move on from that. This might have to be an S tier one.
It had frozen
PS2.
vibrations.
It's an S.
S.
It's a good feeling controller.
S
That was a
tier.
good feeling.
Them Logitech controllers have bodies now, though. First dual shock. That's what Jay said in the chat. I'll put an S for now. PS3 controller. I'd say nah. I think this one, this dual shock, whatever, this shit can go in A. But I'd say the PS3 controller, this is like when it first started getting wireless. I feel like that should go in S.
I would say S too. Yeah.
That's S too.
I love the wireless.
Because that's where it started. And then this is the PS4 controller.
Oh wait,
I put them
didn't
both
PS
in S because
didn't PS3 have
it
wireless
didn't matter
too?
if it was wired or not.
Real
PS
quick,
Yeah,
so them Logitech controls got bodies
PS
on them after that submarine. So we got
PS4 can. Oh,
that the Logitech.
It came back.
You gotta remember the bodies. And yeah, so the PS controller was the first dual shock, you know, when they first introduced like the rumbling feature on the PlayStation controller. P3 controller definitely solid. Like
oh my foot.
the touchpad was pretty clean. It didn't do anything for the most part, but, like besides like let you type on the keyboard. But it was still cool. Like the options button was cool. The introduction of the share button was cool.
That's 4. That's PS4.
Is that
Yeah,
the
that's
4?
PS4.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
4.
Okay, all right. So let's roll it back a little bit. The 3 was that DualShock 3.
Mhm.
It had the PS button. That was cool. That was a cool introduction to like opening up the menu. You know, that was the closest thing to like Xbox we had, because like that PS2 controller wasn't doing shit besides like turn off the analog sticks. You know, but like who the fuck was doing that? So they got rid of that button, which was really good. They did away with that. I think it's a solid controller, good grip. It had a nice layout.
You actually couldn't turn off the analog on PS2, but only when you plugged it into. Because the PS2 controller was backwards compatible with the PS1 button.
I think that N64 controller is F. I think that's an F. I don't think it belongs in D. That controller is hot doo doo.
Thank you.
You need 3 hands to use it correctly, and if that joystick breaks, the controller is unusable altogether. Just throw that shit in the trash.
If any
That's just
joystick
everything.
breaks, then it's unusable.
Well, you can replace the joysticks on most of these controllers. If that shit broke, that was a wrap. That was my cousin was playing Fight Night. That nigga got knocked down 3 times, and on the 3rd time, that nigga tried to get up and snapped it off, bro. Just when I say snapped it off, bro, that shit clean came off. He was holding it, and that controller was unusable. Like not even like just gone.
Did you
Um,
try
That's
super
tinnitus.
glue?
Bro, who the fuck was doing that, bro? That shit was gonna fall right off, bro.
Mhm.
And you talk about super glue, nigga. Who the fuck has super glue in 2008, bro? Like, come on, let's be for not even 2008, bro.
Wait,
Obama
why
wasn't even
wouldn't
president
people
yet.
have super
It's
glue?
probably 2005.
Falcons
Whoa,
call me
whoa,
coach.
whoa. What's wrong with super glue? Super glue
They
is
use hot
free.
Niggas
glue
didn't have
guns
super
at
glue.
that
I'm
time.
sorry, I didn't have super glue,
Use candle wax or hot glue.
bro.
Or
It
you
wasn't
make your
even
own
worth
wax.
it.
Window wax
I
on
just couldn't
anything.
play with people no more. I had 1 controller after that. That was a wrap. Rap City.
Did we skip? Where did we put the PS4 controller?
I put it in S.
Hopefully a D.
Yeah,
PS4
that's
bro,
that's
I
as
don't know
well.
what the fuck
That's
you're
definitely
talking
like a
about.
B.
B.
I like
B?
it because
PS4
they definitely
controller
introduced.
B?
Yeah,
They introduced a
they
bunch of
made
nice
B?
functions.
handles way too
PS4
low.
controller is like an A.
They were so
I
sensitive.
say S because I still use this controller to
S,
this day.
bro. What do you mean?
Yeah, I
S
still use it
tier.
and I don't like it. I think it's B.
That shit just gets
S
broken so
tier.
easily.
I agree with
People
S
get
too.
broken
S
easily.
tier.
Everyone
don't
still
care
Even
about
the
the
PS5
People like the
controller.
PS4 controller more than they like the PS5 controller. Like I've heard
I
this.
don't like
from
either
people.
of them.
is beautiful. It is a beautiful controller.
I
I don't like either of them.
It
Nigga,
takes
'cause you're an
everything from the
Xbox
previous
nerd.
generation, and
You like
it's
the big
just
clunky
perfectly
controller, the worst
proportioned.
fucking controller ever.
Wait, I hope you're not talking about me.
Xbox. Yeah, I'm talking to you, nigga.
You talking about me?
The big ass
The
Yeah, I
big
have to
clunky
agree.
Great
weird
First
game,
of all,
like
that's not even
clunky
the
ass
reason.
controllers.
And that controller is actually extremely comfortable. Have you held
No,
one
this
before? I can
is
bring one to
low
you right now.
I have held the Xbox controller before. It's stupid.
Uh-huh.
Xbox One controller, the first
Okay.
Xbox controller is F tier. That shit,
Yeah, you're not wrong. That shit's fat
that
as
shit's
fuck.
going to F, bro. That shit had a
Now,
black
when it
and white
comes up.
button that did nothing, bro. That shit did literally.
PS5
That-
users,
that
where
shit
y'all
got
rating the
birthed.
PS5 controller?
All right, wait, hold on. You know, I'm gonna pick up the PS5 controller right now. I'm gonna fondle it a little bit, see how I
I'ma
feel
throw
about
mine
it.
on
No,
the
we're gonna
ground.
do exactly what he
Give it
said.
a C.
Give you the review.
I'm not gonna lie. The haptic feedback triggers, I've always turned that shit off. I've never liked
Yeah.
that as a feature.
That's shit for like
Uh,
story mode games or some shit, I imagine.
I think that
I
shit
don't
is
know
so
why it's there.
unnecessary. I think it's just like a little bit. I think they try to like please the Xbox kids by like making it a little bit bigger. But
Yeah, I didn't like that either.
It was stupid. I turned that shit off immediately when I found out it was a thing.
I didn't
yeah,
like
that
how
shit,
it,
that shit
how it
goes off
feels a little bit like
immediately, bro.
wider than
Because I
the.
can't pull the
than the
trigger all the way,
PS4.
bro. That's a wrap.
Nah, it's stupid.
But I
So
will
they're
have to say
definitely
probably
trying
A
to get
tier.
it to feel more like
A tier for the PS4 control. I mean
certain
PS5
games.
controller.
I think it's A tier. I
Well-
think it's just a step down from the P5 or the P4 controller.
Yeah,
They do still get
I will have to
updated
admit that.
too.
If we gonna put in A tier, the P4 controller got to go to S.
Yeah, I think the P4
Mm,
controller is just all
I
around
think
beautiful.
Goldfish definitely should be an F.
What is this? Super Nintendo. Super
Oh,
Nintendo.
that?
Yeah.
it's
That's a
pretty
fun
much
one.
the
Going like
same as
B.
the normal Nintendo.
Does that have a Z on it,
Alright.
Gio?
That controller, solid B, bro. I give it a B.
Does
I
that have
give
a
it a
Z
B.
on it?
Yes, it does.
Oh, F.
Wait, does it have a? Wait, I know it had the left and
He
right.
doesn't like the
bumper.
letter Z. He did.
I'm
It has
letterphobic.
X and Y, A and B. Starts. It. All right, for the controller at
don't
the
want-
time, it was good. I think it was a solid
Oh
controller.
wait, is that what
It
we're
didn't
doing?
break.
Are we saying for its time, or are we saying like, would we use this now, or like?
Well, we
Does it-
wouldn't use it
There's
now. We're
nothing
just.
you can use it now on other
we're
than the
just-
console
Yeah.
that came out during its time.
At,
What
yeah,
the
at the
fuck?
time, you know, you were using this controller to play like, you're playing like Mario or like Sonic with this shit, bro. So like, it had enough buttons that like, it felt good, you know. Like all the buttons felt like
Button.
what's that candy? What's that candy? It feels like a
Dots?
Skittle?
no, not like a dot. Like it's like those
M&M.
candies that look like antacids, you know.
Oh, Eminem.
No. But they were like hard. They were like a hard candy.
I know what you mean.
You
It kind of felt like
M&Ms.
Smarties, like a bigger Smartie, you know.
M&Ms?
They felt like they had like an inverted button and they had like a rounded button, you know, like a not inverted button.
Oh, I know
like-
exactly what you
Yeah, you know what I mean.
Yeah,
So like,
M&M.
so yeah.
I guess so. Yeah. They just have two M&M buttons, and then
Yes.
like it had like the little fucking like like start and select buttons. Like,
Sounds
I
like
think it's
M&Ms.
a B.
Wait,
I
do you
think it
mean
was a B.
sweet tarts?
Sweet tarts, bro. Sweet.
Either that or
tarts.
M&Ms.
Did anyone use the Steam controller?
Yeah, what?
Nope.
No.
Yeah, use.
No, that
No.
you could put that shit in the trash, bro. That looks like what people used to DJ like birthday parties. You can
Okay,
just
alright,
put
this
that-
Switch
Going
one-
by
The Switch
look.
one got to be at a
We
B.
can't go by look.
This
Alright,
Switch
the
Switch
Switch
one's
Pro
actually pretty
controller,
good, but
Switch
we'll
Pro
get there.
controller
Switch one
is
gotta
a
be
B.
at a B.
I can see
Oh,
it
Switch,
in a B.
no,
It
never
felt
mind.
good.
I
It
have
felt
this
good.
controller. It's not bad.
It wasn't bad. I definitely would put it in the B. I would like the GameCube, like the GameCube controller belongs in the S tier, but like the
Does that
Switch
one have
controller
a
wasn't
Z button?
bad. Yes, bro. Yes, it has a Z button.
Oh, that's
It
an
has a
F.
ZL and ZR.
Which Wii
Oh
controller
god,
is
that's a
this?
fucking FF.
The
That is-
nunchuck,
Oh, that
That
the
is
Wii
the
controller
Wii
gotta be
controller
a B.
classic.
the Wiimote nunchuck, bro. The
Nah,
the
that's
nunchuck
next.
combo.
We're
is
talking about
clutch.
this one.
That's
This
the
one
Wii
gotta be at a
controller
B.
classic.
I don't know what that is.
Wait,
For
let
the
me
Unless
people
the
that
game
do.
had
So you plug it into the bottom of the Wii controller and you use
Nah,
it
put
as
that
a
shit's
classic
in the D,
controller.
bro. That shit's in the D tier,
No,
bro.
that
You know?
controller is pretty much an S.
Is there if there's a Z button on it?
Pretty
just make
much
it
an
an
Nigga,
S, so it isn't.
You gotta plug it into the Wiimote. That's an F, bro. That is an F. That is an
Well,
F.
no, it's not an F because of that. There's nothing
It's
wrong
an
with that.
accessory. It's not even a controller at this
It
point.
is a controller. It is.
It's
it-
an accessory.
have
It
you
goes
used
into
one?
the controller to do other
Have you
things. It's an
used one?
accessory, bro.
Have you used one?
Probably.
It's not probably, bro. If you didn't use one, you can't speak on. I'm talking about how using it. It's a
Bruh.
good controller. It's an S.
It's not even a
I-
controller. It's an accessory to another controller.
It's a
I have a
controller.
question.
What are you talking about?
Nigga, it's like adding the rumble to a GameCube, nigga. Like, it's not a controller. It's an accessory.
Trayvon, yes, it has a Z button.
Oh, it does. All
Please
right, fucking F.
Oh
F.
my fucking god! I'm about to start
F.
laughing.
It should just have an F button.
F.
I say it's an S because
B,
I've used it and it's a
S.
controller.
You said almost or damn near an S, so I consider that
I
just
just,
A.
I don't know. I just gotta make sure that.
Well, you
like,
can't
like,
consider an A because I said that most of them are S.
Alright.
I'm
No,
saying-
no,
I'm
no.
gonna be
You
very
said no, no, no,
confident.
no, no, no. It's when you said it's almost an S, which means it isn't. That's what you said for this
Ignore the
controller.
almost part then. It is an S.
Nah,
It's
too
an
late,
F,
nigga. That's like
'cause
saying
it has
butt.
a Z button. Yeah, that is like saying but. That is true.
The address, Trayvon.
I don't have a house. I don't even
Trailer.
live.
Sub-
My trailer?
All right, so I'll put it
Anything.
in B. I'll put it.
I'm in
above
Chicago,
both
Compton.
the
You
other
can't
ones.
reach me.
Why is it going in B?
Because you said S, I heard a F, and I heard a D. So you're.
He said
go
F
ahead.
because it's Z button. That's not a real reason.
No, I said F because it's not a controller.
He said
But you
F,
never
too.
Alright.
used it.
Yeah,
I'm not
it's
gonna
not
lie,
a controller.
I'm gonna say
because it
that.
has a
I'm
Z
gonna say
button.
that. But
If
then
no
I'm
one's
gonna,
used
I'm
it, it's
gonna,
just going in. I don't know, and then we'll move on.
I'm gonna do a 180 on this next one.
Oh my
because
lord.
The
It's
Wiimote
not, why is
nunchuck
it going in?
combos
I
clutch.
don't know because.
Nah, we gotta put that at like
Hey.
a
Not more
B
than
or
2 people have used it.
Now this remote
Who's
has
putting
an
this
A.
The
So
Wiimote
I like
nunchuck
it.
is definitely like BC. I can see it BC.
No, we're going back
Oh,
in
wait,
order. We're
is
going
that the nunchuck?
This is
going
the
the
down.
nunchuck. The nunchuck had
This was
motion
revolutionary, bro.
Controls. That shit was
Interesting.
lit, bro.
Hey Gio.
Anyways, this controller is okay. So listen to me. So this controller is a C. But-
Mm,
Once they introduced the plugin to make it make the motion better, which was the Wii Motion Plus, immediately went to an S. It was probably like, what's that thing called, bro? VR before VR came out.
it is. It's the first steps. I'd give it
Yeah.
an A
With
or a
Wii
B.
Motion Plus, it carried the Wii to like phenomenal heights, and I think this controller was probably the best controller I've ever used
I
in my
think
entire life.
the nunchuck was definitely really good, bro.
Those are very fun.
I
I
didn't
do
fuck with the
agree.
nunchuck
Those
in
are,
the beginning, but it when I say it opened up the Wii to like shooting games, really like good.
It opened up the Wii to double-handed motion and everything because the
Yeah,
nunchuck
it
was
was.
I've
I
never
mean,
played
a shooting
it
game
was
on
I'd
there.
give
nice,
that-
bro. It was nice.
I give that an S.
You give this a
I-
S?
I-
Okay.
I do
wouldn't say
like I do
S,
like the
I
weird-
wouldn't like. I would still use a GameCube controller over it, but I could see it like
Oh
like
yes,
high
def-
B.
Like-
maybe
Well, like
A.
certain games, you actually had to like move like around with it. Type shit.
Yeah, I just love it for like
Yeah, they
games
gave
like
the Wii
uh,
an analog stick because that was
If-
the one thing it was
if
missing.
I could go back to the Wii just one more time, I would. I'd
that
give
shit's
them that.
really fun.
You don't
I
got a
love
Wii
all
at
the
home?
Wii games, like the Wii
I
Sports.
could see it in
games.
A. I just couldn't put it like I couldn't see it above a PS5 controller. Or
I
like
can-
a PS3 controller.
Definitely could see it
It-
above the PS5.
At least it was
I
it was
could.
way better than the old school PlayStation motion control thing. The fat ass controllers with the wands and all that. It was
I'll
way
give
better
you
than
that
that.
it was. You know what?
I'm
All right, I
surprised
can
And
I
that
don't
comes
see
the
later
argument
on,
for
and
that.
that comes later
I
on.
can see the argument
That's
for
an
that. It was
F.
definitely
That's
a
a fucking
revolutionary
F.
controller.
This is an S. It has to go an S.
So one last time, where is
I
this
wanna say
controller
S.
going?
S.
S. S.
I could give it
say
S. I
A.
could call it S.
S.
I'm
I'm
surprised
call
it's not
S.
F for you, John, because that game requires movement.
Though it does have
Oh.
a Z button.
Hey man, you do know I own a VR, right?
What about this?
Shut your
Oh,
fucking
Man,
mouth.
that-
watching porn in the VR.
That has a
bro.
Y button instead of a Z button, so that's an
Wait, wait.
S.
Is that a Wii controller?
It's
Yes,
what is that
a
actually?
Wii, a
Oh,
Wii U
a Wii U
controller.
controller?
Oh,
Oh
F.
no, that's ugly, bro. Nah,
F.
all right,
F.
F, bro. Yeah,
Has a
yeah,
Z
you can just-
button.
you can just
It's
leave that
wide
shit right
and
up
it's
there.
blood.
You're
What
going
is
F
this?
by
Yep.
Are the analogs? Hold up. Where the fuck did they? just
Analogs
go?
are on the
That
top.
shit look
Yeah,
like
are
a
the
face,
analogs
bro.
on the top?
Yo,
What?
what's 10 minutes? Oh,
Or what is this? What are these
Start that
buttons on
bit.
the side?
Those are the analogs.
The analogs are at the top of the controller?
Yeah,
Oh, there's no Z button. Okay, that's cool.
It's fucking ass.
there is a
Yeah,
Z.
that controller
Oh, F.
looks ass.
Oh my
Where'd y'all
God.
put it?
nah,
Where y'all want to put this?
hey, you
I
can
would
put
rather
F.
put it I don't know than F.
F.
Looks
Because
F.
aside,
that shit shouldn't even get a rating.
looks aside, the controller is good.
F.
You've used it?
Yes, I've
I would
used
rather use the Pro controller than that.
Sean
Alright,
has all this shit. What are you talking about?
360 controller is a solid C.
I'd rather eat a goldfish.
All them,
Where are
all
we
them-
putting this controller before y'all
I don't know.
continue?
I'd put it in A.
F. A.
Wow, that's why.
F.
You never used it, John.
Because I wouldn't have. I would have saw it at the store and been like, I don't even want this.
Because your
Yeah,
brain
I'd
is
like.
tiny. You're going off.
I'd have
look
been like,
for a
bro,
controller.
this shit got a Z button. I ain't doing this.
No, bro, that's
F.
what you're supposed to do, bro.
All right,
not-
all,
That's why
all,
the Nintendo
all these
64
Xbox
are there.
controllers can go to F. All of them.
I agree.
Yeah, these
Every
are,
single
these are
one.
all
Fuck
ass.
you. No,
man.
S. S
No,
plus.
this is ass.
S.
This first one I heard you say was ass as well, Trayvon. So that's going in.
It was
First-
no. I was
First of
going
all,
in the garbage.
first of
black
all, it's
controller.
F,
Then no.
F for
This
the
don't
whole
even look like
Xbox
a-
itself.
This don't look like a real controller. This looks fake.
That is a beautiful controller. You can put memory cards in
That
it.
shit
That's,
is
that's
ugly,
an
bro. That shit's
S.
full of Cheeto dust. But yeah,
That's
put
an
that shit
F.
F.
That's
Put
an
that
the middle
shit
button
F,
there.
bro. That
The
shit
middle
F.
Xbox button. It's like it has. It's just like a little
That wasn't a button.
thing right there.
Wasn't even a
You just
button.
rub it to make yourself feel better when
Yes,
you
that
start
wasn't
playing the
even a
game.
fucking
It's not even a
button, bro.
button. It's just a logo.
It's
It's
S.
just a logo,
Yeah,
bro.
so that's why it
It's
should
a
be an
big
S.
ass logo in the middle of the controller.
It's a S.
Okay.
Nigga, that logo took up a third of the
And then,
controller. Look how big
what
that
about this
logo
one?
is.
It is good. Oh, that's an S.
No, bro.
None
What
of
does
these
it say
Xbox
that?
controllers are
Maybe
F.
I think I'm behind. Hold on, which one are you on?
No,
bro?
like
I don't
360,
know which
I think?
Xbox controller this
everyone is
is.
No,
obviously
that
just
is
way
F.
too caught
If
up on.
it has a black and white
That
one,
that's
Well, I'm
the
kinda
original
confused,
Xbox
'cause I've
controller.
played the Xbox controller before.
There
F.
are
there's an
yeah.
F.
The first one with the fat one that was one of the Xbox controllers.
It still
So
has the big
skinny one,
ass
that's the
logo
skinny
that does
version of that
nothing.
one. Yeah, it feels good to rub your thumb on. Like it calms you down. So if you rub it,
No, it does
I'm
nothing.
lagging.
if you're
Alright,
rubbing
what are
it, then you're like, I don't
That can be a
Xbox
F.
controller no more.
F.
It's definitely not a
I think
D.
I've never used those, but the Xbox 360 controller before everyone just dropped it in F, I can say is a very good controller.
Thank you.
At the time,
S.
you
The
can plug it into like it was the only. It's like it's because it's Microsoft. It's compatible with
Nigga,
PC.
it had batteries, bro. No, F, bro.
Oh,
It's
yeah,
shit,
just-
do
that's
have
a-
It had a
batteries. That's-
battery pack too. It
That's
had a
just
battery
Yeah, that
pack too.
no,
So
anything
you can
with
just charge
batteries.
Nigga, it had
F.
batteries, bro. Throw it away.
No, there
That
were two
battery,
different
stop
pipes.
it.
Don't
There
they
was a
still? They
battery
still
one,
got
and then there was
batteries,
a
don't
battery-
they?
Yeah,
Like,
they
if
still
you ran
do.
out
Yeah.
of batteries,
Like, they
you
still
couldn't
on
play the
batteries?
game.
Yeah,
You
this
couldn't
one
play the
does.
game. Your control was unplayable
No.
if you had no batteries.
You can plug it in.
If you had it, if
It's
you
an
had
option.
the plug-in, niggas
Oh
didn't
my
always have
God.
the plug-in.
I don't think
That
the
is true.
batteries was a bad part.
No,
it
that-
wasn't a bad part.
Why do you have a console that comes with a controller that is unusable if you run out of fucking battery? It doesn't even come with batteries.
That shit is insane.
come
It don't
with
come with
batteries.
batteries. They don't give you a free pair in the pack, bro. They drop off
No.
2 extra batteries.
No.
Batteries is so
The
separate,
360,
bro.
on 360, they gave you a battery pack. So it's not. It doesn't have like you buy like.
You still had to
it has its
charge
own
that.
battery
If that
pack.
shit died, you couldn't play the
That's
game.
okay,
You
that's
couldn't
like
play
a
the
different. That's
game.
like another control.
In the game.
So did you say the same thing about your PS4 controller?
You could plug the
has a
PS4
built-
controller. You could plug
has
the
a
PlayStation
built-in
controller
battery
in,
pack.
bro.
The
And
Xbox
even
controller
though
has a battery
Base
pack.
model
that you can
PS3
plug.
Doesn't have
controller had
batteries
a
to
plug-in,
begin with.
bro.
End of
It
discussion.
should.
I would
It
say
should
it's
have
like an
disposable
I
Android.
dead ass
batteries
forgot they
controller,
take
bro.
battery, bro. I'm not even gonna lie. I'm just saying here. I never even
That's
like
use
the-
Xbox, but I be forgetting that they need
Niggas
batteries
like
was
the
all the
taking
biggest
time.
batteries out of the
Well,
remote,
You've been
bro.
missing out,
Niggas'
Brian, on
moms
some
was like, where the
S-tier
batteries at in my
controllers.
remote?
S tier
But you were
controller.
also doing the same thing for the Wii.
Yeah,
So
true, exactly. If you want to complain about that, move the nunchuck down.
But the
with
Wii is better.
There's one Wii.
But the,
Yo,
yeah,
get out
The
of
Wii
here.
U, Wii U didn't require batteries.
the Wii is like that cousin, you know, like it's like he's not all there, but it's
Yeah,
fine.
the
You
one
know,
that's
when he
like,
does it, it's cool.
yo,
But the Xbox is a real name. The Xbox is a real name.
well,
bro.
well,
Why
the
the
Wii was
fuck-
definitely a real name because it's Nintendo. You're definitely just saying anything at this point.
No, I'm not saying anything at this
For
point.
real.
Or
The
say
Wii's
anything. Like,
Come,
you're
let's
saying
go, bro.
Nintendo
The Wii
is
wasn't- the Wii
Look at
wasn't
the
playing
Wii
every
remote
single
compared to
game
every
that
other
you sound
controller, bro. It
just
was its own
opposed.
thing, bro. It was
Nintendo
its
is
own
richer
thing.
than Sony and Microsoft. I don't know what you're talking about.
That's fine, bro. But their design team was doo doo, so it's all right.
Yeah, move that last Xbox controller to an S.
They all need to be S.
And
It
all-
has a,
I mean,
they
it
all need to
had
be
a
F.
black
All
and
of them
white
F.
button.
None of them need to be S.
The
None of
newest
them.
What's wrong
Xbox
with a
controller.
It had
You
like an
don't like the
adapter
black
for a
and white
memory
button?
card that no one used.
No.
Someone
It
hated
was
diversity
hollow.
in
It
controllers.
was literally like a big ass portion of the controller missing. for no
Actually,
reason.
it was
But listen.
the plugins on the top were for Rumble packs.
Who the fuck? Precisely. Is
But
this a
listen,
Game
listen.
Boy? Why do I need
But
to add
listen,
a Rumble pack to
But
it?
Jay, it was
But
a
check this
different
out.
time.
Nigga, the PS3 controller had the Rumble feature.
But
Yeah.
check this out. Check this out.
This is the Xbox, not the
Check
Xbox
this out.
360.
Do those controllers have a Z button?
No PlayStation controller has a Z button.
Exactly. Therefore, it's
Why are
more
you
superior
hitting
than the
on
Wii.
Are you? What?
Why is there a
I'm
black
xeno-
and white button in the corner, bro? Look at the placement.
I don't know.
Nigga, there's 6
xenophobia.
buttons on the side, bro. Why is there
Black
6
and white
buttons on the side of the
causes
controller?
art, Jay.
Why is there 6 buttons on the side of this controller, bro?
We don't know.
Look at every controller up here. Who has 6 buttons on one side?
Did you make it?
None of them. Literally no one.
We didn't need a controller.
Nigga, to hit those
man,
buttons, you had to take your whole hand and move it down.
that is true. You gotta be doing a lot of shit. It's kind of wild.
And it didn't do any. Like, it's just bad design.
They
It
had
was so uncomfortable to hold.
They don't just exist for no reason.
Yes,
Nigga,
they do.
can
it's like
you
this
imagine
button on
holding
Wii
that
controllers.
controller as like a 6-year-old, nigga?
Doesn't
No,
know
you
what's going
couldn't.
on.
You literally couldn't. It was impossible.
That's not. If that was the case, Xbox would not be going as long as it did.
Well, they've fixed it since. I'm just saying that controller specifically, nigga. That controller was gargantuan.
Are you going by looks or personal use?
I'm not gonna
All of
lie.
it. Overall,
It
terrible
wasn't that
controller.
bad.
It was
think-
bad, bro. Stop
Not
capping.
really.
Half the
Nah,
controller was
Xbox
filled with the
S2.
logo. What do you mean?
I ain't never
But, like,
hold a single
use-wise, it wasn't
Xbox
that bad.
controller and say this was comfortable.
That's a fact.
I've just never liked the uneven analog stick.
That's also a fact.
Yeah, that
You
too.
have to understand they were prototypes and they got better over time. I can definitely say that the new
It's the
Xbox
same
controller is
layout.
really
It's
good.
the same
Xbox
layout.
controller. This
Yeah.
Same layout, but
it's
they make
wonky.
controllers more based on like the average hands, which is why some people say they don't like the PS4 controller because it's too small, and now some people like that PS5 controller because it's just the right size. A lot more people with smaller hands enjoy the PS5 controller than the PS4.
So we're basing it off the minority, bro.
I have
That's what
big
we're doing, or the
hands. I
majority.
don't like
I'm
the
just talking
Xbox
about how fucking
controller.
ugly they are and how you keep judging them.
And Brian don't like Xbox controllers and you like raisins. Do you? You
I
just hate
don't
fun,
like
don't
raisins.
Yeah, raisins are an L.
you?
I like
Mm.
raisins. I can't get jiggy with that response.
Where are we putting the newest?
S.
The L, please.
Because it's
S plus.
functional with PC and it's an actual good controller, I would put
Alright,
in
the
S.
newest Xbox
S.
controller. Where's the 360 controller? Because it's the same controller, nigga. It's
F
going right
for
next
no
to it.
reason.
Where's the 360 controller?
It's not the
The
same.
It ain't the
360
same
is an
control. The
F tier.
D-pad
It's
and the
going
analog
right
stick's way
next to
better.
that shit because they didn't change anything.
Yes, they did.
It changed the shape. I can see the shape is different.
It's a
No,
lot
they
more
just filled in
comfortable.
the gap,
That's
bro.
very
It's the
good.
same controller. Look at it. Look at it side by side, nigga. It's
It
the
just
same
looks like
controller.
it just looks like a Mac
Okay.
controller instead of being shiny.
We could say
They
the
just-
same thing
like
about the
saying-
PlayStation controller though.
Nah, the
That's
P5
like saying all the
P4 is a
Nintendo controllers
trend,
same
very
size.
different. The P3 to P4 controller is very different as well because the introduction of the touchpad was crazy. It's a
And
button.
you got that
bro.
little light, that flickers.
least when you
that
line
light
up-
during games.
When
The
you
light
line up the
bar? What?
fucking
No.
PlayStation
Hey, Grand Theft Auto, you
controllers
see that?
next to the. Now go ahead. I'm tired of speaking over niggas.
Yeah, you good. You good, bro.
Yes.
When you line up the PlayStation controllers, you can at least see the evolution of it. But when you line up like the Xbox controllers, it's kind of like the same shit.
Nigga's the same controller.
Nah, because they
How
don't have
much
the
you
rubber
can do
feel.
with a controller, especially when they start
No,
patenting
no.
things.
And
They
how many
explain the
systems
differences
do they
since
not use
y'all
batteries?
play Xbox.
But the batteries, I'm sorry your brain can't handle putting in two different.
Brain can't what?
Controller, bro.
That's mad.
Right.
That's just
Yeah,
a big.
what's gonna
That's
happen?
just a big inconvenience to do though. Like, let's be
And-
real.
But the,
What takes
but the
batteries?
rubber
now?
spot feels nice.
What do you know that takes batteries?
Batteries, John. Why do you think batteries are? Batteries are still used.
What
And
are you
batteries are
using
still
batteries for?
evolving.
Everything, but they're like inside the
What?
controllers.
What is everything? What are you using for batteries?
Every
Shit,
back-
not your
What
vibrator.
are you using in your everyday life that takes batteries?
Well,
Television.
power controllers. Everything takes a Everything has
What?
a battery.
It's not the
Yeah,
same.
What are you
We're
putting a
saying
battery
in?
disposable
Every
batteries. We're
electronic
saying
still have
disposable
batteries.
bro.
Remotes have
Disposable
batteries. You can't
gotta
charge a
specify.
remote.
Remotes,
You gotta specify.
anything wireless, a
Disposable
battery. Your cell phone, battery.
What are you
Everything
putting
disposable
double
batteries.
Disposable
Well, he
Disposable
means
batteries.
he
Or-
means changeable batteries. Like you're
Yes,
gonna actually change
disposable.
it. Yeah,
Yeah,
disposable
like you gotta go
batteries.
and buy some Duracell batteries.
Niggas had to charge the batteries to put the batteries in the
The only
controller.
thing I can think of that takes batteries that I use
Well, yeah.
is my damn Pro controller.
Nigga,
for the
that's
Switch.
18 steps.
And that's the
bro.
fucking L2.
18
taking
so
batteries.
You can't fathom walking your outlet to charge a battery to replace
You know,
it.
imagine when you were a kid and you didn't have money to go buy batteries, and your parents didn't have parents didn't have batteries for you. You're fucked.
Nah, you
I
buy
just-
rechargeable batteries.
Niggas was
Yes,
popping
I
the
was.
How?
batteries
Well,
like
what
that.
money if you were
Rechargeable
like
Rechargeable
those
batteries.
bullets.
You gotta wait for your parents to
They-
say okay that they'll buy it for you.
Nah, well, I
Niggas
mean, we
is
ain't
putting
talking about
batteries
our,
in them Xbox controllers like shotgun shells, nigga. That's what it felt like.
yeah,
That's
loaded
hell.
up our double barrel
I'm
controllers.
sorry that
That
you're
shit felt
like,
like a double barrel shotgun.
batteries was a must-have in the house. There was definitely back in the day things ran on batteries, John.
Yo,
Batteries had,
Exactly.
you know,
I-
my
Yeah,
Brett,
but
home
if things are
phone
being
used
used,
batteries.
and your parents don't want to be like, you can't switch these out for your old
No,
batteries.
my parents saying any of that when everything used batteries.
Well, I'm sorry, your parents always had things for you. Sorry about
Batteries.
that. Sorry, they always had batteries right whenever you needed them.
Because
God forbid if
everything used batteries. We're from the same
God forbid if
timeline,
my
John.
parents didn't have them. What you want me to do? You want me to give you a call and get some batteries from you?
I'm sorry. No.
All right then, because you don't speak for everybody.
He speaks for me.
But what?
But,
just
but, but, but,
because
but, but.
you doesn't mean batteries is not. We didn't have batteries. We're supposed to sympathize with you. I'm sorry.
I think
Where are we
Yeah.
putting
Clearly,
this?
not everybody was
This
able to have
newest
batteries.
Xbox controller.
S-tier.
I ask again.
Or
S tier.
I
Fs.
put it in S tier too.
S
I don't-
tier.
You don't even own an
You've
Xbox.
used this, Jill?
It's just the newest controller, right?
You've used it.
Yeah.
You own an Xbox.
Don't have to own it to use it.
Use on a
You gotta,
PC.
you gotta use it a handful of times, my boy.
Yeah, handful. Both my hands that work.
True. Gotcha there. Hands are
You gotta
full.
use
So
it a
I hear
calendar
two
day.
S tiers. John, what do you rate it?
F.
I know where J
I ain't-
stays.
Yeah.
I ain't never
'Cause there's
used
no
it,
Z button
nor
on
did
it.
I ever think to use an Xbox controller.
But have
Oh,
you
then
used
you-
the Xbox
If
controller?
you've never used it, why do you have an opinion on it?
Okay.
Because I would
Ooh,
never
yeah.
use it.
So I don't know then.
Exactly. Like, what are you talking
No,
about?
I'm literally
That's the one controller, huh?
would go out of my way to buy a Logitech controller for my computer instead of an Xbox controller.
It's the same thing.
It pretty much is the same
You
exact
see the
thing.
way it looks? You see the way it looks?
Is that the one controller?
This is the
Logitech controller looks a hell
this
of a
is
lot
is the
more.
one.
the newest
Oh,
Xbox
I would-
controller.
I would say that's an A
That's
tier.
Series X.
A
That's
tier.
Series X and S.
Okay,
Yeah,
I
that
heard
shit felt
two
pretty good.
S's and an A.
Nah,
Yeah.
there is
And
there is
that
no
shit felt
there is
pretty good.
no way
Two
that
Fs.
new Xbox controller can be above the PS5 controller.
Actually,
No way.
John, your opinion
I-
is invalid now because you haven't even used this controller. But it's okay.
The controller is definitely above the PS5 controller because it's backwards compatible with
So,
PC.
A.
No.
I can use it on PC without having to download additional software.
Here we
It
go.
got better because Steam now allows DualShock usage, but still, before that you
I was
couldn't do
about to
that.
say, I played a game on my PC before with my PS5 controller.
Well, yeah, that's what you're saying.
And you know
But
why the
like,
Logitech
they just-
controller shares the same button layout with the same colored button layout with the Xbox controller?
What
It's
you-
made by
Because-
Microsoft.
It's because Microsoft makes PCs and the controllers are mostly compatible with PCs. So that's why
It's gonna be
it
colored.
shares
was
the
a
same
Logitech
color layout
controller,
so you
too.
can know what buttons to press. But I definitely think they should have kept the colored button.
All right.
What you call me?
I don't think this needs to be sorted. This is fine.
Yeah, S.
Everyone go with this.
Yeah, that's
Everything
cool.
makes sense.
I-
All right.
I guess.
I think that
I know you're a diehard PlayStation stan.
I think this tier list
Yeah.
is flawed because a large majority of people didn't use some of these controllers and still had an opinion based on it. But it's
Like-
fine.
Like what? You've used
All
so
the
you've used
Xbox
all of these,
controllers.
is what you're telling me.
I think the only one I used was not that bunk ass fucking Steam controller.
Alright.
I didn't use that
actually don't
either.
know how that-
Are we still on this, bro? I thought we were
Looking at
done.
it, I don't think I know how that functions.
What's Gio's arguing? Because I'll tell you right now why it's stupid.
Bro, that's having
You
an
haven't used
opinion
majority
for
of this
controllers
controller.
being used.
You think they're
I
worth
like
the
how
value.
you I like how you're narrating my life experiences. But continue. Which one do
You
you want?
said you haven't.
Which one do you want, bro? What's
You-
your argument? Like what's
We
your-
just finished up the list. I was asking if if this tier list is done, and Gio said it's flawed because people up here haven't used some of these controllers and are arguing that
Alright,
they're bad.
well,
I
well,
guess
I
that
think
is
that as a
fair.
consumer and someone who would like potentially purchase controllers like at this time, like looking at it and again from my own experiences, that I think this is accurate. I think everything in the F tier is correct. That boneless ass Sony controller
No, it's
deserves
not.
to be in there. This 3-handed Nintendo 64 controller belongs in there. These clunky ass Xbox controllers belong in there.
No, they don't.
That's fine.
I
I
don't
think the
first
nunchucks being D
controller
is
belongs in
kind of like sketch, but like I can understand them. I respect them for what they are. You know, they're like you could take both of those and become two controllers, which I think is very innovative, and I can respect that. But like together, like as its own thing, it's kind of like I can see it there. I think it's a little bit higher than that. Let's see the C tier. The Switch controller, like it's fine. Even with the bumpers, it's pretty cool. The NES controller is nice. Niggas be playing Tetris on it today. They be going ham with it. They're still discovering tech with it. Cool. The Logitech controllers got bodies, so like I think they should be a little bit lower.
Can you stop
But,
saying that, please?
Um,
Bodies. You talking about those submarine people?
Yes.
That's
Oh, that's what he meant by that.
Yeah, that's what I meant by the bodies, bro. They have like actual like these controllers have killed people. All right. The Super Nintendo controller is clean. I think it actually belongs a little bit higher because
No, it has a Z button.
all right, well we're gonna leave you there. All right, I think yep. And let's see the B tier, the Pro controller. Even though it has the same layout as the Xbox controller, you know what? Fuck that. Yeah, put that down, bro. Put it down to one. You can put that shit in C
This-
tier.
Well, put one down.
Which one?
That
No,
the
nah, you're
the
bugging.
Pro, it's the same
Which
layout
one?
as the fucking Xbox controller, bro.
The
Actually,
layout doesn't
Leave it up there. Then.
it looks like Splinter Cell. It literally looks like Splinter Cell. It's got like
It's
8
good.
buttons in the front. What do you?
But why we're
What are
talking
you talking
about the only thing that works with a controller is your hand.
Because that's marketing. What it looks like, bruh. What it looks like.
I don't care what it looks like.
But
But
I
the
care how it
Switch, the
feels.
Switch Pro controller is a little smaller than like an Xbox controller is.
It is a little bit small.
The
You know,
GameCube
alright,
has
fuck
the
it.
same.
Alright,
fucking
leave
layout.
the Xbox controller there. It's cool. Well, I think everything. I think the list is perfectly fine. I think the list is perfectly fine.
The
I think
GameCube
the Wii
controller has the
Classic
same
controller
layout.
goes higher, but you know I don't know. Even though half the people didn't use these fucking controllers themselves.
Wait, which
I was
controller you
at,
think
I
belongs
only
higher?
didn't use like
The
2.
Wii Classic controller.
Nah, bro. I don't know. Nah, bro. That shit's tubbed, bro. Like,
What
think
about
this
the
is-
Wii Classic? Oh, the I don't
Wii
know one.
Classic.
This one.
Yeah, bro.
Yes, that is an
Nigga-
S controller.
Nigga, there's like an inch of space between them joysticks, bro. That
If
shit
it
can
can't
stay
go
there.
in S, I say it goes in A. Doesn't
Hey.
That
have
shit
belong-
is
Put it in
weird.
the F.
It is like
Hey.
real close.
A,
A.
That's
Nick,
just an F.
no.
But
A
you
is
haven't
crazy.
used it, Jay.
A is crazy. I've seen it. I've seen it in person. I've held it.
Let me look at this shit by my.
Oh, okay. So you said you held it, right?
Yes.
See, that's a better like thing than you've seen it. Holding it's like the bigger factor because it's a controller.
It's basically two of the left analog
Okay,
stick
what's
from the
the
GameCube
controller called?
inch away from each other.
Yeah, I'm about to look it up myself. What is it? It's a
The Wii
Wii
Classic controller.
Classic controller.
But I wouldn't be surprised if they slid Pro in there themselves.
So
Oh,
you
I
can't
see.
just plug this into like the Wii system.
No, you had to plug it into a Wiimote, bro. You had to plug it into another controller to use it.
You had to plug everything into the Wii controller to use it, besides the GameCube.
The difference with the nunchuck is like I can see the
So,
nunchuck.
okay,
The nunchuck is
okay.
an extension of the Wiimote.
So
That
I
was
see.
a whole nother controller that you plugged into the Wiimote.
So wait, help me out. I see a bunch of Wii controllers. You all had
And-
to plug
and
them
it's
into
got
the
a Z-
Wii remote,
Hmm.
I
Well,
believe
like-
so, yeah.
because I mean that is kind of an L.
Why isn't it
Like
an L?
even if
Because
it's not that bad, it's still like
But
an
why?
L
Why?
that you can't just.
Because it's
plug
kind of
into, like-
dependent on it, which makes it a little weird.
It's shaped
Exactly,
like
'cause,
the
like, what if
Super
you lose
Nintendo
your-
controller,
What if
but
you
with
lose your
extra
Wii
ammo.
remote or your Wii remote breaks and you got this other
Unplayable.
controller?
It's unusable.
What do
It's
you mean
literally
bad?
dead. It's literally dead. Thank
That
you, John.
that is kind of an L.
It's dead. You literally can't use it. If your
Ow.
Wiimote runs out of batteries, you can't use it.
That
Here you go with these damn batteries.
that's an L too.
You have to understand the inconvenience of something that's sold separately, bruh. Like,
Nah.
But even
Okay,
if
It's
even
sold
with those
separately.
factors,
Okay.
it still works.
I'm not gonna
It's
really.
so
I'm not really gonna
separate, bro.
comment on where it should be. But all I
Look
can
at
say is because you
nigga,
had
look
to
at the
plug
price
it
of
in,
batteries 15 years
it was
ago.
an L. It was an L.
Yeah.
No, it don't matter about batteries. According to Geo, some people just always had batteries at their house,
I
so it
know,
doesn't
niggas
matter.
did not
I
have
always
batteries.
had
I
batteries
had
at my house.
Nah, it doesn't
Sorry,
matter.
You couldn't afford batteries.
How do you
for-
guys not just randomly have batteries?
I
No one
had
just had
batteries all the
batteries.
time
So
in my
common.
crib.
You was taking them out of stuff, bro.
I
It
had them
was
in
so
the crib
Like
all
I
the
can
time.
say,
all the
Nah,
time.
you
back
was-
I
then.
wasn't taking out stuff.
You was
He had
killing
batteries.
you was killing TV remotes with your old ass Xbox batteries, taking the fresh ones out of those.
Like,
Good times.
What you have to understand, John, is that these controllers came out in a timeline where batteries were dominant.
Okay,
Everything used
batteries could be dominant.
PlayStation
they
has
were
never
used
had
for
a controller
something-
that ran on batteries.
Even
they were
so,
used for
the
something,
argument is that
you
John
know-
is saying that he just didn't have batteries, which is his.
I'm just saying that I might have had batteries for
you
the
poor.
time being. There wasn't just extra batteries always laying around my house. That's what I'm trying to say.
Because
I didn't just have batteries on batteries on batteries. I
Niggas had
could just
exact amounts of batteries.
exactly like I can't
I-
just, like Jason. I can't just go into a TV remote and be like, "Give me these batteries."
Sure you can. Like, who's gonna blame you?
Literally what I did.
So you didn't have batteries on
Yeah.
batteries. You stole them. You
And
took
then
them.
that's exactly
batteries
that's
run out.
Your mom ain't just had batteries on batteries laying around. You stole them. You
Like
took
the
them.
TV
I'm too
TV
proud you
remote
never
batteries
watched TV
runs
and
out.
Everything
the batteries
ran on
aren't there.
batteries. We
But
had
that's
Nah,
that,
you were just stealing them throughout your house.
ran
That's what
on
I'm saying.
batteries. We had clock.
listen.
we
But
had-
that's exactly how it works.
we had
You
league.
take the batteries out the remotes or the clocks or
Yo, Jay, you
whatever.
wanna play League?
Your
Oh,
parents
off
gonna
topic.
buy
Yeah,
the
we
batteries again, and because they're to refill it, you take them. Then you got an unlimited supply of batteries.
Well,
Batteries.
y'all have nicer parents
You
than
take them again.
me. 'Cause I know if I took batteries from my brother's remote, that man probably scream and holler on where my batteries go.
Well, I mean
Yeah,
that's
somehow
not
it
that's your
was- we had
brother.
batteries.
brother.
And somehow, if we had
Completely
batteries that
different
went to
from our
anything,
parents.
we'd have
Yeah,
to give them
that
up.
was
No one of us could.
completely different.
Like, I'm
Well,
sorry
I've
your
lived with my
experience
brother
with your
my
brother
whole
was piss poor. Like, my mom wasn't gonna yell at me because I needed batteries.
My brother was
Well,
a
I
dickhead
mean,
too.
I'm sorry that my brother's to the point where if he spent his money on batteries, why should he have to give them up to you to play your game?
You don't know that.
Like, he's not my brother.
He thinking he eating the batteries at night. He's walking.
Like, I'm sorry,
way.
I didn't feel like arguing with you because you took my batteries. I'm telling you, give me my shits back.
You're
Alright,
just making
alright,
me
bro.
feel bad.
Alright, Jess, I think you could lock this in, send this to the Discord, and then we can move
He's
on.
living this life. He's living that life for real. He's imagining it. Mario.
Where did y'all want to put it again? Like B or something?
Oh.
B tier. I think.
You can
What are we
put that
talking
shit in
about?
this. I think
So
it,
actually,
I think it could probably go lower, but I can't really.
I
not
think it
going
should
off-
go in C
I'm not
tier,
going off
bro. At
inconvenience.
least C tier.
I'm
Actually,
going
no,
off
fuck that. That should go in the D tier. That should go right
I
next to
don't
the
even know
Joy-Con.
what we're talking
If you
about.
haven't used it, hey, I don't
Go
care.
into
if-
the Joy-Cons, bro.
No, it's not going in D because Jay says D. It's going in A.
It's going next to the
Oh, you-
Joy-Con.
It's going
Alright,
in
alright,
the
alright.
B tier.
If it has a Z
Block
button-
deserve to be D.
Alright,
Z
alright,
button,
Gio. Alright,
bring
time
it
out,
to
time out,
D.
Gio. This is. I want you to give me. I want facts. I want pure facts. Let's take emotion out of this. Give me some facts about this controller. Like, what do you enjoy about it? Like, what about this controller?
It
'Cause
felt
I'll give you my
and it
facts.
Came in clutch for a lot of games that I didn't want to use the nut because the,
Wait.
the Nintendo.
Okay,
Wii-
these are personal. I need some actual facts. Come on, give me look at this
Huh?
controller and
Wait.
tell me what is good about. it.
Would it be better if I gave you personal experiences? Because I
Nah,
used it?
bro. Come on. Like, tell me what's good about this controller. Bro.
I have a question. Is it like rounded or just?
It's rounded.
Oh,
Wait,
that's
wait,
a Z button.
Hello.
So hold on. What games were you exactly playing this for? Because wasn't like the point. Wasn't the point of a Wii for like majority of the games to be motion censored?
No, it had a large amount of games that weren't motion censored.
So like, what games were you playing that weren't motion censored that you just couldn't play on like your PS2 or your PS3? Like,
I couldn't play.
League of
What's
Legends.
that game?
Damn,
More
you got
Heroes.
you.
couldn't play what?
But you don't even know the game, so what's the point?
I don't know what you just said.
I said No More Heroes.
Oh, No More Heroes. That's a good one. That one requires a Wii.
All right. Do you
Oh,
want me to
okay.
give you why I think it doesn't belong where it belongs?
I guess.
I'd like to hear what you have to say.
I think just in pure facts, I think the analog sticks are too close together. I think
Yeah, they are
it
close.
took two analog sticks. It took the left analog stick from the GameCube controller and just duplicated two of them and put them 4 centimeters away from each other. I think the controller is tiny, and like John said, it's unusable if your Wiimote is dead. You can't plug it into anything else but a Wiimote. And if the Wiimote is dead, it does not work at all.
You want to know why that doesn't matter?
Why does that not matter?
Because just like any of the other controllers on here that uses batteries, you still have to charge them and power them up to use. So even if the Wii Mote is, not working because the batteries are dead, for all the other controllers you still have to replace it. It's just saying that this controller the power source for this controller,
That controller cannot exist without the Wiimote. Is what
that
I'm
doesn't
saying.
matter because the power
That
source for the
does matter.
controller is the Wii remote.
It can exist without the Wiimote.
But you're gonna have a remote.
It's beyond
regardless.
the power source. It cannot exist without the Wiimote. Do you get that? It's literally an accessory.
Yeah, but these controllers can't exist without the plug to plug it in and charge
There's a
it.
difference though. Like the reason why we put the Wiimote and nunchuck so high is because the nunchuck is an extension of the Wiimote. It's not trying to be its own thing. You're not using the nunchuck by itself. This is like a controller you're attaching to the Wiimote to put the Wiimote down and use this controller. It is its own thing, but it cannot exist without the Wiimote.
See,
So if there's any issues with the Wiimote, it does not work. It's just
Well-
the layout of it is dookie. It's like it just doesn't it's just not good.
But you're going off vision on the layout. Have you used
That's
it?
what it looks like. Like come on,
That
well,
does
hold
make
on,
me
Gio. I have a
wonder
I have a
because
question.
It's the same length as the PS3 controller in DualShock in the button layout.
Nah, pull up the dimensions. Pull up the
No,
dimensions.
no, Gio. I have a fair question. Do you know how much
I
this
need to
cost
see
when
the
you bought
patent
it?
for this controller, bro. I need to see
Huh?
the patent for this controller.
When you bought it,
Pull
do you
up
know how
the
much this cost?
I didn't buy it.
Well, like, do you know how much this cost when it came out?
No.
Because if it costs just as much as like a regular Wii remote, then it's definitely an L.
He's a wee wee.
I wouldn't know. The fuck does that have to do with it?
Hey, y'all
What
trying
that to
play a
do with it
game
is
or
what Jay is
something, bro?
saying. If your shit breaks,
That's what it's,
you're tugged.
Trying to play
At least if you had spent your money on a second Wii
Why
remote,
is my debit
you're
card
good
so
if your first Wii remote breaks.
What are you
It
trying
was
to play?
just- I was gonna play the League with Jay.
Yeah, I already,
Oh,
I already
oh,
called dibs.
Oh,
Jay
y'all
is
on
making a
PC.
valid point
I
by
heard
saying
that.
that if your shit breaks, you're tugged.
Unusable.
I think
Especially
the,
if it costs,
the list,
especially if
I
it
think
costs the
list
same
is locked
amount
in.
as a
Well,
as a
I
Wii
mean,
remote.
that-
Locked in as well, but I think it should be like in C.
That goes for anything.
It's okay.
Right.
It's okay, but
Yeah. That kind of goes
Oh.
for every.
you're not gonna 100% agree with the list. It's fine. It's a average of all of our opinions, right? So,
No, they're debating
much.
about this Wii controller, bro. It is what
bro,
it is.
why?
So, if,
We
if,
can move
if
on.
The thing
I'm
breaks-
There's no
You
move
can
on.
say
The
it.
move on is
I
the
like
end.
debate.
goes on
So that's
for
why it don't
every-
matter.
I'll just move on, bro.
There's the move on is
Yeah.
the end.
You
gotta
can
see
leave it
button
in B
anyway.
tier.
There's
I
nothing
don't
else
think
to
it's
move.
better than any of the controllers below it, but you can put it in B tier.
It has a
That's
Z
good.
button. I'd say F.
That's where it is. All
Oh,
right.
so okay with that too.
If we were going off personal uses, a lot of these controls would. GameCube would stay where it was at all times, though. Best controller.
Xbox One has the nice rubber button right there. I think that
Bro,
one
just
should
stop.
go to
Just
the tier.
stop, bro. Just
Okay,
stop.
I'm sorry.
No, bro.
Um,
No, we're not gonna.
Oh,
We're not talking about. No.
No, that's
I
a
mean,
weird
like,
thing.
I-
feels nice.
Fucking having a
Like,
Z button.
hey, if the controller breaks, you
I can respect all the Xbox games. I can respect the system, their menu. They were ahead of its time. Controllers ass.
use no batteries.
We're just gonna nip that in the
Well,
bud.
though it doesn't require batteries. Like that's not your favorite thing. No batteries are involved for these controllers. I would say.
Yeah,
So,
that can we just put that I don't know sec? Can we just put that in F, bro? That controller just belongs in F.
no. Hold on. Let's talk
That
about
shit
this.
looks like
That
niggas use
controller
it
does
to
not
make
exist.
music, bro. Niggas make music with that controller.
All right, I think that's it for me. I think I'm gonna
Can we
call
do
it
video
quit.
game franchises, man? I'm
I
tired.
don't
of
think we should do
Red
that.
I'm
Shadows.
not doing that right now. Maybe
Let's do
another
that
time.
tomorrow. By
You
kids.
spent 3 hours for like 2
All right,
days.
yeah. Your boy should have definitely went to bed earlier.
Me too. I got an interview.
I'll be up at 7 in the morning or 6:30.
Oh, damn.
Alright though, I'll be alright. I'll make.
Man, what did he do to make them niggas that mad?